Yo, the mail, man, coming with a big facts, good game. And this is a continuation of a short I put out earlier about being accountable. So, like I said earlier today, you know, I ain't um, I never have a problem, I had a problem with claiming my side of any situation that I caused in a negative way. So go just branch out from that accountability. See, the thing with accountability, yeah, in this day and time, accountability is very seldomly taken. But you have, you know, uh, uh, a very finite or small group of people that still live the ways of principles and morals, right and wrong. You know, and it's not just from here; it's from here. It's a scripture said. It's a scripture that said God's law is written on your heart. So if you ever been that type of person that could see a person drop their wallet, their license, or $100 in line or something like that, and say, hey, Miss Lady, hey, sir, you dropped something. That was your heart. That was that law written on your heart. Well, you could have been the type of person that said, people walk right behind you, step on it, and stand there the whole time until that person leave and pick it up, and wonder why that $100 end up being like a dollar to them, or that $100 don't get them nowhere because you knew in your heart, or as you want, as some could say in your spirit, man, that was wrong. You don't know what that $100 for in that person's life, or what they had to do with that $100. Now that person is go run around for hours or whatnot, just stuck with that feeling like I know I had $100, or I know I had my license, or I know I had my wallet. Such. Well, you could have, a person could have been that person in that split second and say, hey, you know, I come from an era of, like I said, selflessness. Today's world is very selfish. Do you know that people will get a turn against you for wanting better for them than they want for themselves? People will argue with you about right and agree with you about wrong, and that's where accountability come in. You know, my mama told me something one time, man. I was going through a little situation, and the situation just not just because it was me, but because it just wasn't a cool situation. And I told her, I said, that's like my word, not verbatim, but I'm gonna say it like this. Like, man, that's messed up. That's messed up that this person is doing this. And my mama said, she said, no, it ain't. And I kind of got upset with her. Like, then she cleared it up. She said, this what I'm saying, son. It may be messed up to you, but it ain't to them. And I said, I don't get that. I don't understand that. And she said, you're not going to get it and you're not going to understand it because you're not built like that. Accountability. It's some people that's cool with being conniving, sneaky, backbiters, just anything they can deal with when you're looking at them. Hey, my friend, as soon as you back, man, I don't like him, man. Gone. I mean, he a lame, but you could be the goodest person in that facility or in that area or just period. Everywhere you can go, you can sow good seeds. You could walk in a place, man, and just cause a certain amount of people greet you, that's more than the number that greeted a person that was there before you. And there, people have feelings about that. It's just the world is so, it's it turned into such a me, self gratification. It don't matter about nothing or nobody but them. And that's where it's doing this. It's going at a high rate, high speed, because people are beginning to believe more and more and more in their wrong and don't even want to talk about right. I know what I said, believing more and more in their wrong, and they don't want to talk about right, because if they talk about right, right has got to include everybody. Well, wrong, it could just include one person. Right is going to include everybody. Whether it's whatever's outside that can lay eyes on you, it could just be nature. Something that's in environment. You could be picking up a trash outside somebody's door or whatever. It's just a person to look at that trash and walk past it and add more trash to it. It just that's what it's all about. If it ain't aligning with what a person wants to do, it's not important. It's not important. I'm still on the same subject of accountability. I ain't jumped off. I know I'm rambling a little bit, but we as a people, as human beings, need to get back to selflessness, and we'll have more. If I put my lip with your lip, we got something. I don't know how many of my viewers, viewers that's my age, know what I'm talking about. I'm an 80s baby. If I went to the store with a friend that was, a friend of mine, like one of my little homeboys when we were young, and he had enough money for a bag of chips, and I had enough bag for a bag of chips and an orangeade. And I know a lot of y'all probably never heard of orangeade, but they was like the carton. You can get a pint or a quart, and back then they were like 75 cents. A pint was like 35 cents. A quart was like 75 cents, maybe been $1. Oh, guess what? I'm gonna get that quart, and he gonna have his bag of chips. I'm gonna have my bag of chips, and we gonna split that orangeade juice together. You know, if if I had a car and my friend didn't have a car, it's just like he had a car. Oh, hey, bro, yeah, go ahead. It's certain ones, I ain't gonna say everybody was like that, but it's certain ones I knew who was gonna take care of. Oh, let me wear your chain. Yeah, I knew, you know, I done got a couple of them broke from some people, and, I ain't gonna say, but yeah, but, through life, you're never gonna stop learning. You're never gonna stop learning. So with learning, man, you should be evolving. And today, like I said, I had experience that I could say it was a hard uh, realization, but it wasn't because I already know. So it just, what I wanted, what I wanted to decide to do, not choose to do, decide to do. A choices changes. Decisions stays or sticks. That's what people stand on. That's just my interpretation of it. That's how I live. So I had a conversation, you know, earlier with my wife, and like I said, it wasn't a good 48 hours, but it's a misunderstanding. And, I got a little frustrated because, when you with a person that you love and you figure they love you, I'm going to just say this me. I think I with my love, I try to learn her. And I know things go change and like as she evolves too. But I try to keep up with different things about her. Just like an update to a phone, keeping up with what's going on. The features. I learned her new features. I'm gonna put it like that. But I'm gonna learn you inside and out. And I hope she does the same. And she does, but when you dealing with a relationship, people don't understand love is one of the most powerful drugs there is. That ain't a drug. It can take you to the moon or it could take you, you know, to the bottom of the bottom. It just depends on what kind of love you in, whether it's toxic or whether it's enlightening, it's uplifting, it's encouraging. But me, when I was young, I started training myself at a certain age because I always wanted to be a good man to a woman. And hopefully, when I got old enough to be a good husband, to be a good father, you know, to be a good son, blase speak, anything dealing with a man, I wanted to be a good one. And I can say I achieved that, but it may be people that disagree. It's gonna be people that always disagree. I ain't gonna say maybe, yeah, people disagree with Jesus, you know. But one thing about what they taught us, his word is what everything ran on. So saying that to say this, I like to use this example when it comes to women. A mother, a woman, a young lady first, a woman then a mother. When a woman that's a mother wake up in the morning, the first thing on their mind after they realize they woke, they gonna make sure that child straight first. They gonna wake that child up. They go wash that baby face. They go grease up like we used to get greased up with Vaseline. He gonna have a shiny face. They go wash him, bathe him and make sure his clothes clean from socks, shoes, socks to underwear to everything. They're not gonna deceive that child. They go, baby, you like juicy juice? You want a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? Or you want some cakes? Peanut butter. I went back in the day. Peanut butter and jelly. They gonna make them a lunch bag and all. Let's go be beautiful. And when they pick that baby up, how your day been? You had a good day at school. If they had any problem at school, it ain't. You know, it's understanding, and sometimes the teachers, but their mother is always go. Even if she get on to her child, it's in the child's best interest out of love. They're not gonna fuss at their child and then turn their back on their child. They're not gonna fuss at their child and then treat that child different. That's my best example of unconditional love. They're gonna keep loving it, and if it's in a misunderstanding, whether it's homework or that day, or even if that child come and tell them, hey, what this happened, and the teacher said this, that mother is gonna go to that school and see chick checking up on what the baby told them what happened at school that day, and they go get understanding. They go take off or leave early or make sure they early enough to see that teacher. But basically saying everything about that child day is gonna be what word should I use? Well, satisfactory to the mother standard to a degree of. that child in her heart and her mind is all right. Whatever problem it is, it's gonna be solved. It's not gonna happen again. And then in turn give that love, then give that nurturing. That nurturing coming from that love, she gonna teach that child. And the question that child have is gonna get answered to the best of their ability. And it's all out of love. That child can make a mistake and it's not gonna be held over that child. It's gonna be forgiven. And after it's forgiven, it's gonna be a lesson that's gonna be taught behind it. And I'm saying, going back, I'm setting accountability. What I was saying, I learned with myself is accountability. Whatever I got to do, or whatever I need to do to straighten up my end is gonna be done. I got a saying I've been saying for at least 20 years. It don't matter what nobody else doing. I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do. That's not saying I'm perfect, but that's saying I strive to be as good as I can be to a degree. You, I, I already know, and I already learned you can't satisfy everybody. And when you saying you, I'm saying you. I mean I know I can't satisfy everybody, but that's where the second part come in. Because when you're a couple, it's not just you. It's us. It's we. It's me and you. So the woman can't work by herself trying to fix and be and deliver and have the patience and have the understanding by herself. The man got to have the same thing. You got to be equally yoked. But if it's in it, off balance in it, it's not gonna work. And that's the accountability part that I'm saying I'm taking, as I said earlier, I don't care what's going on, I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do. That comes with understanding. First off, it comes from love. Then it comes with respect. Then it comes with the loyalty. That's my accountability. My word is I'm gonna love you, I'm gonna respect you, and I'm gonna be loyal to you. That's my decision. And the only thing that can end that, stop that, is at this point in my life, my wife. I, I got a story I could tell, but it ain't no point in telling the story. Because greater things than came. Great things come out of uncomfortable situations sometimes. You just got to stick around. You just got to get out of your feelings and sometimes open your mind and listen and pay attention. And open your heart and have enough gumption about yourself to consider what somebody else saying. And then if you love them enough, or if it's real love, or it's genuine, you can step back and look at yourself and see, I'm going to see what this person is saying. I'm going to examine it and examine myself. And a lot of things can and will blossom from that if it's genuine. But if you got to be, it's my fault all the time, my fault all the time, and I can't do nothing to fix it, or every time it's something little all the time, it can't be. Hey man, you might need to reevaluate what's going on. You might need to sit down and talk, because like I said, that could be a misunderstanding. If you only knew how many times, man, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people said it, that it was just a misunderstanding, but then nobody want to sit down and talk. you know, it's my way or no way. Man, that's foolish. It ain't just my way. If it's two people, how is just one person way? It got to be together. It's both sides got to have an equal share of all of it: the respect, the love, and the loyalty. The Lord, I said love. I mean love, the respect, and loyalty. So I learned. I come across a way every day, man, and a new way to humble myself. And I'm thankful for it. I'm thankful for how I'm built. I'm thankful for how my heart built. So today turned out to be uh, another eye-opening day. I have, there's always days where your eyes get open more, your heart get open more, your brain get open more. You get to see more things and put in your repertoire and become better, hopefully. But I'm speaking on me. That I strive to become better every day, and I'm thankful for a patient person. I'm thankful for a genuine person, you know. Uh, and I'm just thankful. But this is my segment on accountability, man. I shared not too much personal, but I want to call it uh, my opinion and my game, you know, and hopefully somebody can pick this up and use this. You know, you can be strong as one, but you be super strong as two together. And people don't understand that we stronger together than divided. And then when you want to get it in depth with, uh, when you want to get intimate with it in marriage, you're always strong together. The definition of marriage is two becoming one. So that's my little take on accountability, man. It may have been gibberish to you. It may help, but hopefully it helps somebody. Hopefully somebody get somebody to understand. But this is the mail out, man. And again, like I said, hey, I open the day, great day, enlightening day, overstand and understood the assignment, and I got it. So what I do with it from now on, maybe y'all will see, maybe y'all won't. But back to the regular schedule program. I just said, we'll go and keep the party going. It's the mayor, man. Salute.